Hallo alle! As we have been doing for the last several videos in this series, today we're going to be talking about more vocabulary on a specific topic. Today we are talking about films. As you could probably expect, a lot of the vocabulary that we had from the previous video is probably going to overlap in this video, as all of the genres are going to be the same names. So what this video is going to be focusing on is the things like director or actor, or the vocabulary for the people involved and the things involved in specifically making a film. The first thing that people probably think of whenever they think of films are the Schauspieler or Schauspielerin. These are the people who are front and center. They are the actors or actresses. You can also use the word Darsteller or Darstellerin. You could say, Robert Downey Jr. ist der Hauptdarsteller von Iron Man. Spielt die Rolle von Tony Stark. You probably noticed that I used the word Haupt in front of the word Darsteller. The prefix Haupt means that it's the main one, and so in this case it means that he is the main character of the movie Iron Man. If you're watching a film that has been dubbed from its original language into another language and all it did was change the audio files over, you may want to know who the Synchronsprecher is. Synchronsprecher is the person who is doing the voiceover work. Also, it's interesting to note that the Synchronsprecher for a lot of American actors are actually the same people. For example, the Synchronsprecher for Dan Aykroyd, Sylvester Stallone, and Arnold Schwarzenegger are all the same person, Thomas Danneberg. Der Filmproduzent, or sometimes just called der Produzent, is the person who works behind the scenes from start to finish to make sure that everything in the entire film works without a hitch. They work with the technical side of things, they also work with the writing aspect of things, and they basically do everything behind the scenes that you don't expect the director to do. Obviously, another important person in this industry is the director, which in German we call Regisseur. Sometimes it's also just called Regie. This is the person that tells the Schauspieler or Schauspielerin how they are supposed to spiel, or act. Normally, whenever you see the German credits, you'll see the word ein Film von, and then that person's name. That's how you can identify the director, or Regie. Stab und Besetzung is the cast and crew. Although in German, technically it's the crew and cast, it's kind of swapped. Usually this is a huge list of people. I'm just going to cover the basics of this topic today, so make sure that you watch a German film whenever you get done with this, and watch the credits for once, so that you can see the rest of the vocabulary that I left off. The screenplay is known as a Drehbuch. The production manager is the Herstellungsleiter. Produktionsleiter is the production manager. Das Szenenbild is the word for production design. This is the person who sets up all of the sets. Der Ton is the sound, and you use the word das Schnitt to describe the editing process. But the word Redaktion, die Redaktion, is actually the word for the production editorial office. Obviously, as with any other topic that involves a lot of technical words, there are a lot of American words that have just been kind of adopted into the German language and then given a gender of a noun. This would include things like das Casting, die Kamera, das Kostüm, die Musik, and das Make-up. Although you can also call that die Maske. Ich glaube, das soll für heute alles sein, aber ich will auch ein bisschen über meinen Lieblingsfilm sagen. Mein Lieblingsfilm ist Lucky Number 11. Er ist ein sehr cooler Film mit Josh Hartnett, Lucy Liu, Bruce Willis, Morgan Freeman und Ben Kingsley. Josh Hartnett spielt die Rolle von Nick Fisher, aber er sagt in diesem Film, dass er nicht Nick Fisher ist. Morgan Freeman und Ben Kingsley sind beide in diesem Film Gangsters und sie wollen einander umbringen. Bruce Willis ist ein Auftragsmörder, der Nick Fisher umbringen soll, nachdem Nick Fisher Ben Kingsley oder Morgan Freeman umbringt. Ich persönlich mag diesen Film, denn er verwendet die englische Sprache in einer Art und Weise, die man seltsam sieht. Wenn man was ich meine sehen will, dann gibt es einen Link da unten in der Beschreibung, wo man den Trailer finden kann. Wenn man einen guten deutschen Film sehen will, gibt es einen Link da unten für Goodbye Lenin. Das ist ein sehr cooler Film. Das ist alles für heute. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.